Salut Twitch, on va commencer tout de suite à sec parce que j'ai commencé plus tard que prévu et ma guilde est déjà là présente. C'est le volume de la musique, pardon. Deux secondes, je vais mettre le son. Et voilà. Je devrais entendre la guilde. Là, c'est juste pour le fun, on fait des normales pour le fun, ça, non? Fun atelier. Cette semaine.
Hey, Melty, we're friends.
Watch your step.
John, you'll want to say
Run.
going front left.
Restore slug.
AOE incoming. Run.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Stay away from lines. Help serve.
Ça me fait dommage. C'est pas pourquoi j'ai pas gardé mes ailes pour ça. J'aurais dû.
Stop.
Ça vient de changer. Ah, encore slug!
Watch your step. Run.
Ok. Tout le nettoyage de mon ordi cet après-midi, sincèrement, ça fait du bien. J'ai aimé ça. Ah, ok, y'a but.
Run. Help serve. Stay away from lines.
Get behind the pillar points. There you go.
Ah! You jumped too quick!
AOE incoming.
I'm sure you did it on purpose.
No, I just kind of forgot, to be honest.
Watch your step.
Surprised I didn't instinctively leap sooner.
Il a sauté. Compte tenu qu'on avait les chaînes, il m'a tué.
AOE incoming. Run.
3, 2, 1.
Stay away from lines. AOE incoming.
See? Nothing wrong with that, boss.
No, that wasn't heroic or mythic.
Does anybody need hands? Run.
Well, it's pretty much
yeah,
the same
sure.
thing. Just
We must continue our
it's stronger.
Fortunately,
I'll lose my four
this
piece,
mirror
though.
does not see beyond the
I'll take
happy
him.
Denathrius's
tragics,
most
you
loyal
want these?
guardian still stands
I take him, yeah.
between us and our quarry.
I have a trinket if you. I don't know if you have personal roll, personal
hands,
loot.
right?
Yeah,
Yeah, give him the crimson.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That's one out of the 2 pieces I needed.
Yeah.
There you go.
I just need to get helmet and then go turn him back into tier, and I'm all set.
My eyes are
Does anybody
stinging
want
for
that
some
trinket?
I mean,
I think
I
Grammy
might take it
wants
to sim it. I mean, I would
Basta
sim it,
inte
but that's
hur man
about it.
What trinket?
Memory
good.
past sins.
Well, I'm gonna sell it anyway, so I don't care.
Taking
I wish,
all my
but no, that's
strength
useless.
to hold back their
What
onslaught.
level is it?
278.
278.
Call,
I
Grisham.
have a 252. I don't know if it's better or
by
not.
misplaced loyalty. The bargain Denathrius is
Sounds
struggling
like
to
sunburn.
destroy Revendreth.
Maybe.
You are a disgrace to
Hey.
our kind, Draven.
It doesn't matter. You can
will
just take a
not
kiss and sim
serve,
it.
then you will
I gave it to
stonewall.
Kissy.
Strike down these
Reset
usurpers.
left, right?
Aw, sing DOE.
Let me tank some of them.
Yeah.
The battle rest, I taunt everything. Come on. Oh. I tried so hard.
So it doesn't matter. Eventually, they're so big that they will kill you anyway. Even if you split them.
One's at 6 stacks, 7 stacks, 420% damage increase.
That's a one
yeah,
shot.
what I fought here, I B-res the
7
tank
stacks.
and 8 one hit. Yeah.
Alright, let's get everybody back.
Is this a place you can release and just walk back? Never mind.
Yes.
We should tag it and run out real quick.
Yeah, we can do that. Tag the boss.
On va m'oublier de
reset,
changer
lost.
d'écran. Ça va mal, ça va mal.
Tag lost.
Ends here.
Traitors must die.
Yeah, I'm getting a lot of detail errors right now. Kind of weird.
I broke it, that's why.
She busted out that Kung Fu.
Alright, let's get folks out. Can we refresh fort, please?
No.
Okay.
One of these days I'm gonna say no and then actually not do it.
Okay.
No, even better. I am a scribe. I could just use a scroll instead.
You good, John?
Yes.
All right.
Cal first.
When is last? Or just tell me. Oh,
Cal's first.
Ah, ouais. C'est celle-là qu'on fait en première.
Less is whenever they come back.
Mid-earth.
Tanks must really hate me.
Bang confirmed.
I forgot what to do with this.
I don't think it was that.
Apparently not.
You stack with it. You need to stack with No. You everybody stacked on it. Everybody with a bleed. With a bleed. But...
Like the one mailroom boss has.
Yeah.
Bring me their anima, hero.
Oh, no, absolutely. I wouldn't even let you know.
Oh no, I only have one waste on me.
Nothing there.
Shield yourself. You cannot escape my wrath. Be broken. Strengthen my shadow.
Stand, Prince. Though I may fly a little stiff in the morning.
You cannot run.
Drag you into the ground!
Watch your step.
J'ai fait sur mon clavier, j'ai frappé sur mon clavier, j'ai fait blessing of prod.
Move to stone.
I need more anima.
I tried to I could outrun that.
Raise your hand. There is no stone I cannot break this shadow, close friend.
Watch your step.
Trop facile.
Greatest honor. I am insolent call from the stone to defend Ravencleft. It sickens
Tu
me
as
to see
absolument rien
our
pendant tout le long.
loyalty twisted by the one we once served.
The Stoneborn were not the only ones manipulated and deceived, my friend. I dare say even the Arbiter herself has been made a pawn. The time has come.
Do you need
dethrone our
a back
former
piece,
master.
Crimson?
What we do next, we do for the sake
Or just
of
a helmet.
all the
Need a helmet.
Shadowlands.
So does anybody need a cloak?
I'll take it. I'll take one if you guys. Yeah.
Café. J'aurais besoin d'autres cafés.
More loyalists.
Qu'est-ce que j'ai
I
besoin?
can't trade it. Wait, why is it so? Oh, because
Yeah,
legendary.
legendary. Yeah.
That is so dumb.
You
You are the
Tout le monde se
key
fait avoir
to
tout le temps.
victory, mortals.
Yeah, this boss
Go!
again.
Strike down
Ça,
the one who has betrayed us all.
back.
Yeah, I don't get why it doesn't count legendaries.
Look,
in that
Remonia.
slot.
Ah, en espérant qu'on a le
These
pet.
daring mortals have persevered through every obstacle put before them.
Alright, there's a few of you that rolled for that cloak.
To surrender.
Going once, going twice.
Master? Let me carve them up instead.
Going 3 times a champion.
Now there's a thought. We could flay
We'll just have group 1 soak first, and then everybody will soak from then on out. The rest of the phase.
path for our ascension.
Say that again, Sarge.
What to do?
Group 1 will soak, which includes you, and then everybody will soak from then on out.
C'est normal présentement. On a fini héroïque.
Tank will be soaking.
C'est pas normal pour ceux qui ont manqué certains boss à héroïque quand on l'a fait. C'est pour qu'ils complètent la monture. Et habituellement je tank. Là, mon raid leader m'a donné off.
Once they have repented,
Elle dit
I will
oui.
permit you to
Yes.
rend their bodies and send their souls
Non, il voulait juste
screaming
comme
into the maw.
je viens avec un personnage secondaire et j'ai dit non, je vais venir sur mon main. Ça va être bien plus fun. Ça va aller mieux. Ça va aller plus vite. Plus vite, plus vite. Ouais, j'ai pas de duel. Là, en espérant que j'aille le pet, c'est l'épée. C'est l'épée qui se traîne, qui traîne en arrière de toi. C'est peut-être une des dernières fois que je vais venir la tuer. Avec un groupe cette saison. Je pense pas qu'on va revenir. On a fait un normal, on a fait un héroïque. Pas de place!
Your hubris amassed a debt you cannot pay. Confess your sins, lest they curse you.
Special time.
The circles that you have to get out with.
Cleanses the soul. Your hubris amassed
Je me
a
suis
debt you
positionné
cannot
dans une très mauvaise place. Ah, regarde, reviens!
cleanses the soul. It is time. Fall to me on your knees. Surrender, and I will grant you a merciful reward.
That's stupid.
Works for me.
Phase 2.
Yeah, you did.
Servants, remove this refuse from
Thank you,
my
Sash, for the buff. Because it gives me wings.
I'll grab this. Oh, we get ads, right?
Scream for me!
Do we have to split the boss and sword if we just keep them?
No, keep them together. We want to keep them together as much as possible. And there's no red circle from the payoff.
I cut you down!
That's bad.
I got it. I bubble. Okay, I did my best.
Yeah, y'all should have come back.
Primordial, massacre these whelps.
Can we get tragics up?
I cut you down. Shadows consume you. Devoted apostles, handle this filth. I cut you down.
She's a brewmaster. She's done. Brewmaster, she's gonna be fine. I can hunt for one of the things.
Stay there or go back out.
Let the explosion go. Yeah.
Scream for me.
Alright.
Timing is absolutely
I didn't position myself in the right spot.
I cut you down.
That's both nice.
Memoria, carve screams from their flesh. I shall restraint you.
All this.
As you continue to provoke my
Suck here.
very well. You shall have it.
I'm taking it.
Your rebellion is at an end.
I was trying to die.
All you had to do was jump off.
I did jump off. Believe it or not, I jumped off.
I'm gonna log out, log up and look at see if this fixes the details. Frames, windows, attempt to index local combat object with no value.
That update.
Well, I'm invisible for 10 seconds. Sounds good.
There's another reason to get rid of all my dim add-ons, I swear.
I have 4.
Yeah, he plays with 4 add-ons, guys.
3 of them for PvP.
Alright, same thing. One will soak and then everybody will soak all the way out.
Okay.
I wonder if we can time that barrier again. That was too hilarious.
Okay.
Maybe this time I'll remember to actually play the game and get in. Everyone's ready. It was just so funny to watch his health chunk like 10. He lost like 10% health.
1.
Your trust will be your downfall. 3. Change cleanses the soul. Your hubris amassed a debt you cannot pay. 3, 2,
Everybody in front of the boss.
Change cleanses the soul.
Special
Mario, exterminate this vermin.
Splatter them across your walls.
Confess your sins, lest they curse you. Your vanity will cost you everything. 3, 2, 1. It is time to make exploits. Crawl to me on your knees.
Make sure you run.
And I will grant you a merciful
I'm there this time.
3, 2, 1.
Phase 2.
Okay.
Servants, remove
We got this now.
vacuums from my sight.
Nobody died. Everybody's fine.
Scream for me. I will cut you down.
So we're gonna go through and
Perish together.
the explosion and go back to the and tails, you can come through too, it doesn't really matter because there's really
I will
no
cut
issue
you
with
down.
it on Marvel.
Watch your step.
Massacre these whelps.
All you gotta do is run your hand
Scream for me. Shadows consume.
stay over there.
Devoted apostles, handle this filth.
When are we getting the barrier?
Scream for me.
We're doing good. When are we getting the barrier? Barrier.
I showed restraint. Courtesy. Yet you continue to provoke my wrath. Very well. You shall have it.
If it's not very far, don't freak out about it. That's what I told y'all, normal mode is a joke. I mean, this is basically a pretty close. Don't get knocked off by roads. Try that out.
Watch your step.
Everlasting.
Knock back 5 yards.
Barrier.
Die at my feet.
Knocking back.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Special commands.
Impossible. Eternal.
This is not the end, Master. Let me preserve you.
Rage has drawn in
So
his
what did you two
essence.
think of tanking?
Zobel shall restore you, Master. We will have
I-
vengeance.
No. Denathrius will answer for his betrayal.
Treacherous prince!
Yeah, that's yours.
Slice you.
What do you think?
That's the case. That's weird.
We've all
What the
heard
fuck?
quite enough from
It
you.
was like easy peasy.
If that sword truly holds the Sire's essence,
So the rest of the week, folks, we're just going to take off. Like, we're done. We can come in here and do heroic if we want.
But
But
I know something
honestly,
that can.
everyone, we're waiting for the pre-patch. I don't want to push it all the way up until
The Naru
pre-patch.
that the mortals
So
rescued.
everybody that
Sorali
came here tonight
has
got the
pledged to
bosses they
aid
need.
our
If
cause.
anybody was not here, that's on them.
For too long, Denathrius
Time
has
is
used
not
the
on our
light as a
favor right
weapon
now, so
against our people.
we're just going to kind of take it
Ember
easy.
Ward.
Not
Now,
so that next week
it will
we
be
should be back
used to
for
bind
Sylvanas.
him.
That will be heroic.
one so
If we
bright,
don't kill her
he will watch
on
helplessly as we
Tuesday,
restore
we
Revendreth
will,
and thwart the jailer's schemes.
I don't know. We should be able to kill her on
Yes,
Tuesday.
my
If we
friend.
don't, for whatever reason,
Together with
we
these
may just,
mortals, we will
try to get on
claim
Thursday and target.
victory.
I would like to stay with a guild group. I don't want to go too crazy with it. But sometimes bosses are easier with more bodies. The normal mode achievements are going to last throughout the entire pre-patch, and you know everyone's going to want to test out their new talent systems. You know, maybe roll a new class. I know some of you have reached out wanting to switch classes and whatnot. We're going to have at least 2 people gearing evokers. So I don't want to. Me and Alex.
Really? You?
Yeah, Alex will be preservation, and I'll be whatever the DPS thing is
Devastation.
called. I really don't want to just hammer all this stuff in all the way up into the expansion. So we're done with Nathria. So the rest of the week y'all have off, and then we'll pick up heroic Sylvanas on Tuesday next week. Anybody have any questions or comments or concerns?
Courage steel your heart.
No.
Well, I will take that as a resounding yes. Y'all just have so many questions for me. All right. Well, I mean, good job. Nice and easy. We got right through it. No problem. Scad and Tragics. If y'all want to tank Mythic pluses during the week, just tag me or whatever. Or like I really don't care. Say, hey, let's go run a Mythic, and I'll be more than happy to run a Mythic with you. If y'all want to get into tanking. Some people have the last thing I'll leave y'all with. Some people have already approached me about switching classes for Dragonflight, and that's fine. I really don't care what y'all want to do. But the only thing that I do ask is let me know that you plan on switching, so I have an idea of raid comp going into season 1. We can't have 10 tanks, obviously, and we can't have 10 evokers. Though I'll be honest with you, surprisingly enough, the only person that's come to me about an invoker is Alex. Nobody else has really come forward and said, I really want to play this, so that's kind of surprising. But yeah, so if y'all want to switch classes and whatnot, the pre-patch would be the real good time to maybe look into that and really start pulling out your alts and testing things and seeing the new class designs and whatnot. But all right, that's all I got, unless anybody else has anything. My druid is at 1750 mythic plus rating. Oh yeah, you got what, 250 more points?
And most of them are from not doing fortified, which is this week. So
okay, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
But,
we can help.
wonderful. Yeah, I'm usually around after like 6 Eastern.
Well, alrighty. Y'all take it easy and have a good rest of the night. Good job.
Thanks.
Nice
everyone.
and easy week.
I like
Thanks,
those.
everyone.
Yeah. Pleasure. Who got the achievement?
My guy.
You didn't want to come with your warrior to get this the achievement? You don't care?
I think I already had with him. We cleared Nathria with him.
Yeah, we cleared heroic. Basically, this was an alt night of people that wanted to bring in alts, and to get those people that were missing their boss kills for the normal mode mountain achievement.
Yeah,
like this. Everyone that's been here at raid every single week has already cleared Nathria, so this was just an alt night, nice and easy.
I have.
Maybe not you.
You were on vacation. You were on vacation, so yeah, you weren't here.
You and maybe Wiz, but Wiz wasn't here tonight, so.
So, Saj, I do want a test evoker during pre-patch when it comes out.
Okay.
The lock will be my default if I decide that it's just not for me, and I will be going lock.
Okay.
We'll try to that Overwatch 2. How the kids like it.
Can you get it in?
I don't know. I'm gonna try.
I can't even log into that shit.
Getting my title is gonna be Getting Owned.
Hi, Trav, if you're still here.
I'll play some with you.
Night, Grammy. Love you.
Go back. I'm gonna go to the bathroom, get some water.
How long are you in Wisconsin?
Thursday or Friday. It depends.
Did he send you up there by yourself, or are you with other?
Back in a second. Yeah, back in. Thank you so much for being with me. I hope you like what you see. In with the raid night, we do it every week. Well, lately with the. Good night. With the expect finishing, well, getting we're doing less and less, but yeah. We're back. Q. SF6 beta? What is SF6? Probably. You read it. No, we all rage quit. We couldn't go through the first boss, and we all rage quit. Yeah. Couldn't do it. Couldn't do it. No. 300 players. 300 players ahead of me. If I don't get disconnected until I get it. Oh, 200 now. Well, I'm really maybe just gonna play the queue and stop playing afterwards. Just to be part of something. in Overwatch. Yeah, it's over. It's over. Oh, they were drunk. Ugh. At least it's better than the 40k queue that I had this afternoon. Couldn't even try. That's Amazon. That's Newegg. Really? Uh-uh. Not for me. I got Prime, baby. Ow. Maybe that it. Oh, wrong one. I don't think I'm gonna get connected because it just
Here's the deal. Where I live,
that's true.
They'll say that it's on the truck, you know, to be delivered, and then I'll get this notification that it's been changed to tomorrow. One time it was changed to tomorrow twice.
When I ordered the Final Fantasy VII remake, John, I got that. The delivery usually stops at like 5 o'clock here. The guy showed up at the door and knocked the door at like 8 o'clock at night. Was like, "Here's your game." I'm like, "Thanks, man."
Yeah.
Why are you
If they're
still
using,
Thank you.
depending on which delivery services they're using, they do typically take up to like 8 o'clock.
Yeah, it's just the thing for me always says by like 6 o'clock, and then that's like the cutoff, and they just leave the thing or whatever. But no, the guy showed up at like a little after 8 o'clock. I was like, "Here you go." Like, oh, thanks. Kind of sucks that you had to be able just for this, but you know. Cool.
No, it doesn't work Overwatch. It just got me the. Well, it just went through the queue and then it just connection failed.
Is it not actually called Overwatch 2? It's just Overwatch now?
It's just Overwatch 2.
Oh,
they added it too.
When I see somebody playing it on Discord, it just says Overwatch.
It's because of the bugs. It doesn't. Still the first day, so give it time. It's gonna be there tomorrow. The same thing for Twitch. On Twitch, it's like
because the application is technically the same application.
Yeah, it's just
so Discord is recognizing it as the old game because the launcher hasn't really changed.
Yeah, so it's bugging.
The icon for the game. If you had the game downloaded already, the icon for the game hasn't changed either. It still says regular Overwatch.
So. But the names, all the names change, so it doesn't go to the same spot. Connection fail. Connection fail. Yep.
Might be time to go back to Rocket League.
Nice. Ugh, nasty.
Yeah, mine keeps kicking me out too.
When I get my PC back, if that ever happens, Ron, I'll play Rocket League with you.
But yeah, it's free to play.
It's true. Do you play on Epic?
Yeah.
I don't think it matters which way you play it on now, like Steam, Epic, or even crossplay.
Yeah, it's crossplay, and I got a PS5 controller hooked up to my PC here.
Hmm. What do you mean? You mean I can play with my Switch?
I think it is on Switch, yeah.
It is, I think. Oh, wait, is it?
I believe so.
Yes, it is.
Oh, John, you know what? I don't have my computer, but I do have internet for my Switch.
What? What are you trying to suggest here?
Smash?
I don't have it downloaded, and I also don't have space for it on my Switch currently. I can probably figure out a way to make that work, though.
Make a hole. You will have space. Take a drill and put a hole.
Please.
I've decided to sell my 3DS collection of games, I think. Just because I don't really play them anymore, and I have 3 3DSs, so I'm gonna sell 2 of them.
How much are you selling for?
I'm gonna try to get like $100 for each of the 3DSs, because they're the collector edition 3DS XLs. One is the Fire Emblem one, and one is the Zelda one, and they're in like pristine shape because I don't use them. And even when I did buy them, I already had another 3DS I used instead of them. And then I have something like 30 games to a 3DS. I'm going to sell most of them except for Pokemon X and Y and the 2 Zelda games. Other than that, I'm selling everything else, I think. Because those games are still $49.96. So if I list them all even at like $35 or something like that and get like 25 for each of them, that's a lot of money just off of those. That's just gonna collect dust until it's devalued into nothing pretty much. Might as well sell it while it's worth something.
That's true. Nope.
Same with that collector's edition. Like,
There's no
I don't have
connection
my
here.
PS4 anymore, so might as well sell my PS4 games.
That's true.
Say what?
You don't. They don't work on PS5?
PS4 games do work on PS5.
Yeah, I just don't know if I'm gonna buy a PS5 or by the time I do buy one, I guess.
I mean, I'd be careful about selling your PS4 games just in case there's something that you do want to play on the off chance you get a PS5.
Well, the only thing would be Persona, but Persona is coming to PC anyway, so.
Yeah.
Of the games I own, anyway, I don't own that many PS4 games. I pretty much only have, like, the Tales games, but, like, and Final Fantasy and Persona, but I own all the Tales games on Steam now anyway, so.
400 players are in front of me now.
I don't think it's gonna work, buddy.
I don't think so either.
Has anyone actually been able to play it though?
Yep. Feels the same as Overwatch 1, only more polished.
Yeah, there's a lot of people playing. Yeah.
Does it look like graphically the same as Overwatch?
Mostly, yes.
With new players, yeah, it's pretty much the same.
Increase in graphics.
Well, they said it was gonna look different.
I mean, to be fair, it does look different. Overwatch is heavily stylized, so most graphics changes aren't really going to be all that apparent on it, you know?
I mean, it's not like Overwatch didn't look good anyway. It's a fairly recent game that it looks pretty good anyway, graphically. Like, the main thing was just like the environment textures could look better, but the characters look really good.
Well, I mean, the environments look really good, so like that might be what they touched up. But again, it does have that same feel as regular Overwatch 1. It just feels like they've put more polish into it than they had in before.
They didn't. The single player's not out, right? It's just multiplayer, isn't it?
Nope, it's just multiplayer, and the multiplayer is free, so you don't have to buy anything.
Yeah, but they have like the battle pass. Like they have the same thing they had before, right?
No.
No.
It's different now. Before they were doing the whole like crates and
loot boxes.
Yeah, loot
It's
boxes.
battle pass, wasn't it?
Battle pass now. And the characters are in the battle pass, so
They never leave.
The battle pass method is so much better. The loot box thing is infuriating, to be honest.
I mean, I'm kind of upset because I had like 50 free loot boxes sitting on my Overwatch account that I didn't open. But
did you lose it?
What happened to those? They're just gone?
They're gone.
Oh, they're there. What? They gone?
They're gone.
Yeah, you had to use them before.
Ah, crap.
I logged in yesterday to open them, and the server was down all day yesterday. So
yeah, they shut it down on the 2nd.
Yeah, I wish I had thought about that beforehand, but I didn't, and so I just lost a bunch of. And like most of them were gold chests too. That's the worst part about it.
Oh, that sucks. I had like crappy chests from Prime lately. Got some stuff from Prime, but not much.
Yeah.
But I did open like 2 or 3. I lost like 2 or 3. Not 50.
Much. Well, it was like several years worth of free loot boxes, right? Because I didn't actually play Overwatch for like the last 3 or so years. I didn't even have it installed, but every time some sort of service gave away loot crates, I'd redeem them. So they were just all sitting on my account, and I never opened any of them.
I just want to be ranked.
40,
about
30.
I have Diva's golden gun, and I don't need anything else.
You want to be ranked?
In Rocket League, I'm trying to do my placements.
Oh, Rocket League.
You play with some real knuckleheads in placement matches.
Dude, if you want some fun with ranked, you should take up League of Legends and try solo queue rank.
No, don't do that. Don't do it. Ah, what the hell?
What is it? Play what?
Ah, son of a bitch! You got me disconnected. So I was waiting for nothing.
It said you should take up League of Legends run and do solo queue.
Hate MOBAs. Hate MOBAs so badly.
Yeah, but the
Even
ranking
Smite?
is so much fun and wholesome.
Why do you have to lie to people like this, Alex? Like,
yeah.
I can't even take this as a joke. You are straight up maliciously lying to this man right now.
Yeah, poor guy. Yeah,
It's
what the hell?
actually the worst. Like, I can't think of
Game
a
changed.
Malicious Alex.
I can't think of a worse thing than the League of Legends ranked system.
Because he
especially
doesn't
playing
have a
solo.
computer.
I mean, the irony of the fact is that all you need is one extra person to make it okay. That's the worst part about it. You just can't go by yourself. Duo queue is fine.
Well, you can. It's organized a
solo
little bit too
queue
much.
Makes me doubt anyone playing solo queue ranked in any game because I'm like, nah, it has to be as bad as League, and it's just not.
More like real. I came back to 400. So it finished the queue this time and it disconnected me again. So I don't know. And now I opened the game and now it's a full screen window. Gonna leave it windowed for now. Try it again. I won't be able to play.
What a shame.
Hi.
Are you trying to play right now, John?
No, I'm playing my PS5.
Dude, that's one of the things I want. PS5 for Demon Souls. I forgot about that.
Can you stop eating your microphone, please, so I can understand what you're saying?
I have my charger plugged in as well. So.
No, it's fine. Being sarcastic.
I'm gonna say Demon Souls is one of the reasons if I were to buy a PS5, I would want it.
Oh well, not for Demon Souls by
Isn't it on
itself.
PC?
But yes, no, Demon Souls is not on PC anywhere unless you've hacked a ROM of it. Yeah, I'd say Demon Souls is a good reason to have a PS5, but I wouldn't buy one solely for that. You know?
Yeah.
Although there is the
if you find one.
if you Spider-Man game, Final Fantasy 16, remake
Final Fantasy 16.
Yeah, remake part 2. There's like 5 or 6 good PS5 PlayStation exclusives coming out next year. The next
Returnal is really good if you enjoy shooters and roguelikes.
Returnal is amazing. Yes.
Yeah.
I was like,
you can return a lot.
Yeah, roguelike would look like if it had a AAA budget, and like they just answered that question for me without me even having to ask it.
Is that the one where your character just keeps like every run you end, they just keep like waking up and they're like, why the hell am I still alive?
Yes.
Yeah, it's roguelike, but it's like a time loop. Yeah.
Well,
Cool.
Yeah, that's basically what it. I can't say anything without.
Right.
Yeah, it's basically a time loop, or at least it looks like one.
Presented.
Anything really?
I've been.
John, you have like a time loop.
Yo, shut up.
Who's the time loop? John? Yeah, he's a time loop.
If it's
Such a time loop.
I'm done. Right, I'm done right now. I'm just gonna lie down and not get back up.
Oh, you're gonna loop?
Well, then in the next loop, I will also lie down and not get back up. It's like I'm through. I'm giving up. I'm just not gonna do anything for the rest of the loops.
It's boring. Where's your Groundhog Day energy?
You do realize how he was towards the end of that movie, right?
Yeah. That and Stargate one, and every time they did it in any show or movie or Palm Springs.
Nobody likes a time loop towards the end of their experience in a time loop. If I figure out that I'm in a time loop at any given point in time, I'm just
Have you
done.
seen?
Like, because
Have
I
you
know
seen
where it's gonna
Palm?
lead.
Have you seen Palm Springs?
Movies. No.
It's you don't watch movies?
I don't watch movies. You heard me right.
Okay.
I mean, personally, I think he could have bought just a little bit more insurance from the guy that one time in Groundhog Day. Probably.
Well, didn't matter.
Well, exactly. It doesn't matter. So just you know, you gotta make it the most efficient thing. Like, just how much insurance can you buy from this guy? And then tomorrow you can try again. You know, you just keep. I mean, it's basically Mythic. Like, WoW is like a time loop. You just keep doing the same shit, and you just try to do it better each time. It's just a real life version of it. I think I would be fine at time loop. I wouldn't go whatever, like all sad face at the end. I would just keep going.
I'm not getting connected. Nope, this is not working. I don't know how people are getting connected to Overwatch, but I cannot connect. Yeah. But
They were probably already connected.
yeah. That's not why.
Yeah, sure, whatever.
That's probably it. No. I don't know why he changed my the game just changed the settings and now it's window mode.
I just played with a dude who was like a superstar, and then halfway through the match, I think he handed his controller to his 3-year-old or something, because he sucks now.
Oh. Maybe you just burn out mid-match.
Alex, you should have seen my DPS tonight. Should have seen my DPS. I was number 1.
Details bugged and gave her all the DPS for Protoform Barrier.
Oh?
Yeah.
How was it bugged?
She hacked the game and hit for 2 million.
The Protoform Barrier did damage to the boss, but it said that Kissy did that damage instead of the barrier.
What?
Yeah.
I thought it was pretty cool.
Do that. That's pretty cool.
Okay.
Me wanted to try Overwatch.
Hey, at least they fixed that the crap with the collection stuff. Because that worried me more than the servers. They'll fix the servers eventually.
Yeah. One day I will get it.
No Overwatch for you.
Okay, Lupita.
I guess. No, that's not her name. What's her name? Consuela.
Consuela.
I guess. I mean, unless Seth MacFarlane stole it from like a different show, which, you know,
Yeah.
I don't know, whatever. But I mean, Alex was talking about how he likes the Tales series. Have any of y'all played the Legend of Heroes series at all?
No, I always meant to, but at this point it seems like there's so many in the series that like, and I heard they're roughly connected, or they are.
I mean, they are. I played Trails of Cold Steel, which is a 4-part series, and I have all 4 on Steam, and that was really good. Now, you're right. They are all connected, and there's like, you know, different story arcs and all this sort of shit, and like, whatever. I don't know. I thought that particular 4-parter was pretty good.
Maybe. Get in. Nope.
Speaking of RPGs similar to the Tales series, the new Valkyrie profile is out, and it's actually pretty good so far. Though I confess I've only put in a paltry 4 hours, so I can't tell you for sure exactly how the game is. But the limited amount of things that I've seen of like the Tales games and stuff like that, this game reminds me of that. A little bit of that and a little bit of like Devil May Cry and Bayonetta.
Finishing fail. Dying. It's not working.
Professionally speaking, I think you should just give up.
Yeah. But I'm gonna give up anyway.
Yeah. I was about to say either that or you can sit here till 4 a.m. trying to do it.
Yeah.
Dude, remember when Diablo 3 launched, John, and we tried to stay up all night to play
it? Yeah, that worked out very well for us, didn't it?
We got to play the next day, we just kept staying up, like, because they kept pushing it back like an hour, a half hour.
I'm back.
It only took like 4 hours, 4.5 hours for us to wise up and do like this match.
Yeah, and we came in the next day and had a good time, but that day was ruined as a direct result. Am I getting...
Yep.
I am.
Oh. I don't know if y'all played the original or the first Plague Tale,
Nope.
but there's a sequel coming.
Oh, really?
In 2 weeks. Yep.
I'm surprised they made a sequel to that.
Yeah, I haven't kept up with it so much, so I don't really sort of know exactly what it's about. But it's called A Plague Tale Requiem. It's been on my watch list for like over a year away. So, but it comes out October 18th.
It's just like it doesn't seem like the kind of game that would have had an open enough.
Is Alex already asleep?
No.
It doesn't seem like the kind of game that would have had an open enough story to like merit a sequel, right?
Yeah. So it may just be a different story. I mean, it's the same two characters, Amicia and Hugo, apparently from the summary, or not summary, but about this game. But it may just be something different.
Well, I hope it's good. Like, it's always cool to see experiences like that actually like do well, you know? I don't want everything to be the same Call of Duty generic Ubisoft game and
Yeah. No, I really liked the Plague Tale. Like the first one was so cool, and I found that all on my own, just like fucking around with like suggestions and stuff, and just like looking. And then I also found a while back Brothers: A Tale of Two Sons, and that was like really cool too.
That was the same studio, wasn't it?
Is it the same studio? I don't know. I don't think it's the same studio. I've been waiting on that particular person to make another game. Like I'm pretty sure, like whoever or whatever developer, like that's the only game in their thing, and I'm just like, come on, brah. Like almost 10 years later, you can do like something else, please.
I wish I could stream this. My capture card is near death, so.
What the fuck is Alex doing with the microphone? In his cat?
Be what it is, yeah.
No, it was on the futon. I was actually getting it in real life.
Man, I don't know about y'all, but I'm ready for Alex's PC to be fixed because, oh my god.
Well,
the phone sucks. The phone sucks. I don't know. I'm sorry. Love you long time.
I mean, it's just like feedback from outside noises that's the problem. We can hear you just fine. It's just like, God forbid if something happens in the background, right? Because we'll hear that too, for sure. Guaranteed.
That. That. You guys hear that?
Yes.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
What the hell are those? Hey. Oh.
I will say that, so I played
It's two hands. Could never would have told that. There's no way that I could have noticed there was two hands.
half. It was just I had to hit X for an hour and a half to scroll through the dialogue, and I got mad and I just kept mashing it to get the fuck through it, and then I saved the game, exited, and I went to YouTube to just watch whatever the fuck, like so that I didn't like, oh my god, like what the fuck, guys.
So you weren't sitting there watching it, you mean?
Yeah, I'm gonna call it. It will be better. I'm gonna call it here after 1 hour. That's what happens. I got no ideas and falling asleep here. Better call it and come back tomorrow with more energy. So, see you guys later. See you girls.